Picture this, you're rolling past million-dollar estates under a canopy of oaks in Eastover. Then 10 minutes later, you're on a street in Noda splashed with murals, live music spilling from a bar, and the smell of fresh coffee drifting through the air. Two worlds that couldn't feel more different. And both are Charlotte at its best. Here's what most people don't realize. A few of the neighborhoods you're about to see are the kind you'll want to know about before everyone else does. We're talking luxury addresses, buzzing city blocks, quiet family streets, and even a few spots where your money stretches way further than you'd expect. And I've got to say, a couple of these might just flip your top choice on its head in the best way possible. Charlotte isn't just one thing. We've got over 200 neighborhoods, from tree-lined historic streets to skyline views and tucked away small town vibes. And each one's got its own personality. No wonder picking just one can feel like a full-time job. That's why I've broken this list into 4 buckets. The prestige addresses everyone knows, the trendsetters that keep the city buzzing, the family favorites down in South Charlotte, and the spot where your money still stretches without giving up the lifestyle. And we're not just talking stats and square footage here. I'm talking where you'll grab coffee on Saturday morning, the parks you'll stroll through after dinner, and the streets that make you say, yeah, this feels like home. All right, let's start with the big names. The neighborhoods that set the bar for high-end living in Charlotte. And one that's got a little secret even longtime locals don't see coming. When people talk about the best of Charlotte, this is where the conversation almost always starts. Picture rolling down Cherokee Road in Eastover. 100-year-old oaks overhead, manicured lawns that look like they have their own grounds crew, and homes so timeless you can't tell which ones are brand new and which have been here since the 1920s. It's quiet, tucked away, but you're minutes from Uptown and some of the city's best private schools. If you want that old money feel with a side of privacy, this is where you land. Swing just a few blocks over and suddenly you're in Myers Park, the city's postcard. Queens Road West curves around that same green canopy, past front porches big enough for a party, and Freedom Park right in the middle of it all. It's where historic preservation meets pure Southern charm. But you'll quickly realize, in both Eastover and Myers Park, you're competing for homes that don't stay on the market long. This is the move if you're all about character and being a part of a neighborhood that's as much history as it is home. Head south and the vibe shifts. Now you're in South Park. This is where luxury shakes hands with convenience. Custom builds tucked off of Sharon Road, mid-century gems that have been polished up, and right in the middle, one of the Southeast's best shopping districts. Think designer boutiques, wine bars, and summer concerts at Symphony Park, all minutes from Uptown. Perfect if you want the finer things, but still need to be 15 minutes from the office or those Uptown client lunches. And then if you keep going, you'll hit Weddington. Out here, space is the luxury. Multi-acre lots, wraparound porches, and quiet evenings where you actually hear crickets instead of traffic. You get Union County schools, lower property taxes, and a pace of life that's slower in a good way. If you're craving privacy, big skies, and a little distance from the buzz, this is it. You just give up the walk to dinner lifestyle in exchange for all that breathing room. If one of those neighborhoods already has you picturing yourself moving in, or you want to compare them side by side before you decide, my real estate team can set up private tours so you can see each one in person. Call, text, or email us, and we'll make sure you don't just buy a house. You find the place that truly feels like home. But not everyone wants a driveway you can land a plane on. Some people want to step outside and be right in the middle of Charlotte's energy. Walk to a brewery, catch live music, and still be home before the credits roll. If the luxury spots we just saw feel a little too buttoned up, let's loosen up the tie and head where Charlotte really shows its creative side. We'll start in Dilworth, where the sidewalks are busy with morning joggers and the smell of fresh coffee from East Boulevard cafes hangs in the air. The homes here, early 1900s bungalows with deep porches, aren't just pretty, they're lived in. People wave from their porch swings, kids ride bikes to Freedom Parks, and on Saturdays, you'll see folks carrying bags from the local farmers market. From here, hop on the light rail and in just a few minutes, you're in South End, and the energy is completely different. It's louder, faster, younger. Rooftop bars with skyline views, craft breweries on every corner, and apartments where the elevator opens right into your living room. You're not mowing a lawn here, you're deciding which food truck to hit after work. And yeah, parking's a bit of a scavenger hunt, but you can always walk or jump on the train. Keep heading north and you'll spot the murals before you even realize you've crossed into NoDa. It's Charlotte's Arts District, and it's impossible not to feel that vibe. Local bands setting up in small venues, hand-painted signs outside coffee shops like Smelly Cat, people lined up for tacos at midnight. The houses are just as eclectic. Colorful cottages next to renovated mill homes mixed with a wave of new townhouses. It's creative, it's gritty in a good way, and it's definitely not quiet. Before we hit Uptown, there's Elizabeth, a little historic pocket that feels like you've stumbled onto a movie set. Tree-shaded street, front porches with rocking chairs, and restaurants that regulars almost don't want to tell you about. Independence Park is the neighborhood's backyard, and you're 5 minutes from the office towers, but without feeling trapped in them. It's the kind of place where you know your neighbors, but you're still close enough to slip into the city whenever you want. So I've got to ask, if you were moving to Charlotte tomorrow, would you go for Dilworth's charm, South End's buzz, NoDa's creativity, or Elizabeth's laid-back edge? Drop it in the comments. I want to see which vibe wins this round. Now, if you're listening to all this and thinking, that's great, but I need good schools, room for the kids, and maybe a backyard big enough for a Saturday cookout, South Charlotte's got you covered. Head far enough south and the city's hum starts to fade, replaced by the sounds of kids laughing at the playground and the thump of a basketball on a driveway. This is Ballantyne, where neighborhoods are built for life to run smoothly. Wide, shady streets, sidewalks on both sides, brick homes with backyards big enough for a soccer net, and every shopping and dining stop you could need just minutes away. Ballantyne Village is buzzing on a Saturday morning. Families grabbing coffee, teens meeting up for a movie. Over at Blakeney, the green spaces are full of strollers and picnic baskets. Here, traffic usually means the sound of school drop-off line. Keep heading north up Ray Road and the vibe shifts, but the family-friendly core stays the same. Ray Farms and Waverly are the newer kids on the block. Built so you can park your car Friday night and walk to everything all weekend. Restaurants with patios, boutique shops, a grocery store in the center, community lawns where kids play tag and parents talk over coffee. The homes here lean modern. Open floor plans, energy efficient designs. You'll see more townhomes with smaller yards compared to Ballantyne, but what you lose in space, you gain in walkability, in that instant community feel where neighbors bump into each other daily. If you're hearing all this and thinking, man, I could see us in either one, that's where my real estate team comes in. We live and breathe these neighborhoods. We know the school zones, the traffic hacks, and which streets own Halloween. All our info sitting in the description. So when you're ready to make a move, you know where to find us. Not everyone wants to stay inside the city limits. Sometimes you want more space for your money without losing that Charlotte connection. Just a short drive away, there are a couple of spots where growth is booming, communities are tight-knit, and your dollar stretches further. Leave South Charlotte behind and head east, and the landscape starts to open up. The traffic thins, trees get taller, and suddenly you've got room to breathe. Mint Hill is one of the first places you hit, and it's where a lot of people land when they want more space without a crazy commute. Think quarter-acre lots with mature oaks, ranch homes from the 80s mixed in with fresh new builds, and a small town center where you'll run into someone you know at the coffee shop. On fall weekends, the Mint Hill Madness Festival takes over with live music, food trucks, and a parade that brings out just about everyone. Saturdays here feel slower. Farmers markets, community events, and backyard barbecues are the norms. The flip side, you won't find them all on every corner, but that's exactly what some people love about it. From Mint Hill, swing down toward Union County and the energy shifts. Waxhaw still has that slower pace, but it's buzzing with growth in a way you can feel. The historic downtown is straight out of a postcard. Brick sidewalks, boutique shops, and the old railroad bridge that's basically the town's front porch. And if you're here in October, the Autumn Treasure Festival hits Main Street with art, live bands, and enough food stalls to keep you wandering all afternoon. Just beyond downtown, new neighborhoods are popping up with custom homes, long driveways, and enough yard space for a pickup soccer game. Families love the schools, and even with the extra drive into Charlotte, plenty of people are making the trade for that mix of small town charm and upscale living. The only catch, word's getting out fast, and when a good home hits the market, it's gone in a flash. So whether it's Mint Hill's community festivals or Waxhaw's Main Street charm, Charlotte's edges are where your dollar stretches further and your weekends slow down. And they're just two pieces of a much bigger puzzle, one we know inside and out. Charlotte isn't just one lifestyle. It's more like a streetcar line with each stop giving you a whole new view of the city. You've got Eastover's historic mansions, South End's breweries and street art, Ballantyne's family buzz, Mint Hill's quiet charm, all connected and all part of the ride. The real challenge, it's not finding a neighborhood you like, it's figuring out which one feels like your stop. The place where you want to step off and stay a while. And that's where my real estate team comes in. We know the streets, the school zones, the shortcuts, and yes, even where to find the best coffee on a Saturday morning. All of our contact info is sitting right in the video description. So when you're ready to make a move in Charlotte, you know exactly where to find us. If you're still figuring out which stop is yours, I've put together a playlist right here that'll give you an even closer look at what life in Charlotte really feels like. Tap it, keep exploring, and let's get you closer to home. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.